Hello, bookworms! Today I am here to tell you what my TBR pile is for the first reading challenge of 2016 that I am participating in, and that is TBR Takedown, which is hosted by Shannon of Leaning Lights. I'll leave a link to her channel and her video description of the reading challenge down below. Also channeling Princess Leia with my braids, if you can't tell. This challenge is very Twitter heavy, so most of the challenges and everything like throughout the readathon are going to take place on Twitter. The reading event takes place from January 4th to January 10th, and it's very like low-key. There are a bunch of challenges that you can complete with the books that you're planning on reading, but it's really just about reading as much as you want to read. So I thought this was a great way to start 2016 and to just get some TBR books off of my list. So here's what I'm planning on reading. So most of these books that I have selected for this readathon will complete like 1 to 2 of the challenges. I decided to commit to reading 4 books in total because it takes place over a week's time, and that will be a little bit more than I usually read, so I'll just be pushing myself to not watch Netflix, even though I'm kind of obsessed with Gilmore Girls right now. So the first book that I am planning on reading is Wendy Darling, Volume 1, Stars by Colleen Oakes. This is the first book in a new series about Wendy Darling, and it is a Peter Pan retelling, quite obviously. I'm excited about it. The challenges that this book will satisfy are a book from your most recent haul, a book outside your comfort zone. You may be thinking, Kristen, you really love Peter Pan, so how is this in any way outside of your comfort zone? And the answer to that is because this book is independently published, so that is outside of my comfort zone. Usually I tend to read books from like the big publishers, so that will satisfy that challenge. And actually, this will also help me because I recently decided to make my own reading challenge just for myself. Anyone who wants to do it can join in, but I'm not having like signups or hosting events or anything like that. But I am completing a Peter Pan reading challenge where I'm going to read one book that's a Peter Pan retelling like each month for the entire year of 2016. And I actually posted a graphic of the books that I'm planning on reading on my blog this week, so I will also leave a link to that down below. The next book that I have on my reading list is one that I've been talking about a lot lately, and that is Firefight by Brandon Sanderson. The reason I've been talking about it so much is because the conclusion to this trilogy, which is called Calamity, comes out in February of this year. I really want to catch up on the series, and I thought that January would be a great time to do that. And the challenges that this will satisfy are a book that's been on your TBR for over a year, and to read a sequel in a series, and also to read a fire-colored book. So there basically couldn't be anything more perfect for that. The next book that I have is Pivot Point by Casey West, and this book will satisfy the challenge of reading the first book in a series. This is a duology by Casey West. It's been described as kind of like a YA sliding doors, so I've only heard great things about it. I've been really dying to read something by Casey West because I haven't read anything of hers previously, and in addition to the readathon challenge, this will also be counted toward my contemporary romance challenge for the year. Also, the book blogger Evie is hosting a book club that's being held every month in 2016, and the book for January is Pivot Point, so again, this will help satisfy that reading challenge as well. I'll also leave a link to her blog down below so you could see the rest of the books in that club. And finally, I'm planning on reading the Beauty and the Beast pop-up book. This is illustrated by Robert Sabuda, and I'm really, really excited about this one. I put it in my video that I did recently about books that I would want for Christmas, so this was one of them, and I have it, so now I can read it. I'll also link that video down below. I'm just gonna be linking all the things today. This book will help satisfy the challenge Lucky colors for 2016. The 2 Pantone colors of the year are Serenity and Rose Quartz, which are 2 of my favorite colors, and both of them are kind of on this cover. There's like a light purplish kind of color here, and then there's the Serenity color up there. So that will satisfy that challenge. This will also satisfy the challenge of a non-novel item. It suggests that you read something in poem or verse or novella or maybe like a graphic novel, but this is actually pretty unique because it's a pop-up book, and while there is prose, it's a little bit different than most books that I would be reading otherwise. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading for TBR Takedown 3.0. I'm so excited because this is going to be such a great way to start 2016. If you are participating, I would love to know which books you're planning on reading, or if you just have any general comments about the books that I've chosen to read, or anything that I have linked down below, because there's going to be a ton of stuff for you to explore after I post this. Let me know, and I will give you guys some updates to my reading, and I will see you then. So I hope you had a Happy New Year. Bye!